Today's episode is sponsored by Apartments.com, which is pretty cool because my house that I'm currently living in, I found on Apartments.com a few years back. Fun little fact about me. Now it's your turn. Okay, thank you so much. Let me ask you a question, girls. Have you ever been, looking at your crib, your casa, and thinking to yourself, this is just not it. It's just not giving what it needs to give to me anymore. Maybe you were taking the trash out a couple flights of stairs and, the bag exploded. Or the coin machine at the communal laundromat is just not working anymore in your current place of residency. Maybe you found out you're pregnant. You got a baby on the way. Some life-altering event is transpiring, and it's time to go. You gotta go. It's time for bigger and better. We all deserve bigger and better. They call that an out-of-apartment experience, kind of like an out-of-body experience, but, for apartments or places, casas. So listen, girls. Apartments.com, they have helped millions of renters find their perfect places to live, whether it's an apartment, a townhouse, a condo, even a house. Like I said, I'm currently living in a place that I found on Apartments.com, and it's a townhouse. So it's not just apartments, okay? Just saying, just put that out there. And with their 3D virtual tours, you can scour literally every inch of a listing because 2 dimensions is just not enough, girls. I need a 3D virtual tour, okay? But the features don't stop there. Apartments.com has powerful search tools that'll help you find the perfect place that meets every one of your requirements. So when you're having one of those moments, take a moment and check out Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Hey guys, it's Tasia. So you know that I've always been an active believer in taking time for yourself. So how have you been caring for yourself lately? Whether it's taking longer baths, going on evening strolls, or indulging in midday naps. Pair your self-care ritual with Calm and take your wellness to the next level. So, we're partnering with Calm, you guys, and it's the #1 mental wellness app to give you the tools that improve the way you feel. Reduce stress and anxiety through guided meditations, improve focus with curated music tracks, and rest and recharge with Calm's imaginative sleep stories for children and adults. There's even new daily movement sessions designed to relax your body and uplift your mind. If you go to calm.com/unfazed, you'll get a special offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription, and new content is added every week. Over 100 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds. Calm is ready to help you stress less, sleep more, and live a happier and healthier life. For listeners of the show, Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription at calm.com/unfazed. Go to calm.com/unfazed for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/unfazed.
Hey girls, welcome the fuck back to Unfazed and Unbothered. I'm Camo.
I'm Tasia, and we're so excited to be back. We have so much to talk about. I am ready and prepared.
I heard.
So first, I just want to start off by saying I am finally off all, and can I sit back and do this, friend?
Yeah, girl.
Because this is what is going on? I just want to say that I am officially off all antidepressants, and I feel honestly amazing. I've made a few TikToks about it, and people are asking me how I did it and stuff like that. And basically I just weaned myself off for 2 weeks. Honestly, I was on 200 milligrams. So I stopped taking 100 milligrams 1 week. I just cut back on 100, and then I did 50 the next week. And then I think 3 days ago, I was just okay, I'm done. I'm just absolutely done. And that's how I did it. They say that Effexor is one of the hardest antidepressants to come off of. And I actually know people that are on it, and they were trying to come off of it and never could do it. And their doctor basically told them it's easier to stay on it than not. But y'all know that I've been up through there. So if I can come off the hardest drugs of all time in my past, I can come off a fucking antidepressant. And so I did. And honestly, I feel like people are just so scared of change that they talk themselves out of doing something. And so I have been trying to get off this medication for over a year now. And I just never wanted to come off of it, I guess. I wasn't ready, I guess, because if I was ready, I would have tried harder. And so I'm honestly so proud and grateful that I came off of it, because I am so much more clear-headed. I don't feel like a zombie anymore. I feel like I have emotions. And I know people are well, who wants emotions? Honestly, me, because when you go so many years without being excited for things, or having happy tears, or just being able to enjoy life, clear-headed. Like, you just get tired of it, and I was just completely tired of it. And so it's honestly the best choice that I've made. So for anybody that's trying to come off antidepressants, or people are telling you that it's like nearly impossible, girl, beat the odds. I'm just trying to beat the odds back against the wall, period. And I'm a thriving beauty queen. And what do you have to say about what's going on in your life, friend, other than the fact that I am insane?
I can't stand you, bitch. So this past week has been very chill for me, honestly. I had a rough few weeks. Lots of changes just came out of nowhere. Really took me by surprise. Life kind of took, like a turn that I was not expecting. Had a lot of losses, different types of losses, a lot of challenges, if you will. But the universe, I truly feel like the universe does everything with design. Like, you know what I'm saying, bitch? Like, this is no mistake. The people who are not in my life, I guess, just really aren't supposed to be in my life. And there's certain people in my life that I tried so hard to keep in my life time and time again. And sometimes you just have to, and sometimes, that just happens. But I've had a pretty chill week. I kind of am more level-headed myself, feeling better about circumstances. I just really don't want to like share any tea or anything, because like so many things are up in the air with certain things, and I just don't want to like give too much juice out there. You know what I'm saying, bitch? So, but I am doing good. I'm kind of like at a standstill with my weight loss. It's kind of like bumming me out, but I did like kind of like the past week was eating past 8 p.m. and like I did go to a birthday party and like kind of pigged out. So I'm not gonna beat myself up, because I'm not like gaining a significant amount of weight, but I'm also not losing, which is what I ultimately want to continue doing. So I guess this week I'm really just going to focus on like recentering myself and getting back into better habits. I am starting to record my EP this week as well. And I just like don't have many distractions around me. Like I said, a lot of ties have been kind of cut over the past month with several individuals. And so I have a lot more free time, and I really need to take it as a sign that the universe is like, bitch, you are wasting so much of your time hanging out with certain folks, trying to be a friend, trying to be a good person to all these people, and I really neglected myself, my craft, my talents. I haven't been posting on TikTok, and like that's my money, that's my bag. Like I can't, so I'm just really trying to get back in the groove of things. I'm feeling better this week mentally. I'm not like sad and depressed and mopey all over the place. I'm honestly excited for this summer and, just all the endeavors that I get into. And yeah, bitch, that's really all that I can think of this week. But, LOL. So this morning, actually, little tea time, I shared this story on TikTok, but, I was actually driving up here to, come record the podcast, and I'm sitting on Jimmy Carter, about to turn on to 85, and I'm sitting besides this older Caucasian woman, and I'm blasting Bad Bunny's new album. That's all I've been listening to. Tarot and Effecto, my favorite songs. And I'm just blasting it. Cute and gorgeous, as I should, bitch. As I motherfucking should. I'm under shaking my pussy in my car. And I see this fucking bitch on the side of me, like almost having a goddamn seizure, throwing her hand out the window. Hey, excuse me. So I'm just like, I look over, I'm like, hi. And she's like, can I ask you a question, sweetheart? I'm like, sure. Hi. Anyway, so she's like, aren't you white? And I'm like, yeah. Well, why are you listening to Mexican music? I can't. I literally can't. I was motherfucking speechless, bitch. And so I'm like, just really puzzled and confused as to why she felt the need to insert herself or even say and motherfucking say anything, because she's definitely one of those bitches who says it's a free country. And that's what I motherfucking can't stand about this motherfucking country bitch. Is so many people want to sit here and preach about this being a motherfucking free country bitch, but you motherfucking bitches don't want to motherfucking extend those motherfucking freedoms to motherfucking everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And it's very frustrating because we do live in a free country. So allow those same freedoms to everybody else. Extend those same freedoms to everybody outside of your comfort zone, because the world does not motherfucking revolve around you, bitch. And so she was like, well, this is America. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. Who the fuck is we? You, Beverly, and boring ass motherfucking Bilson, bitch? I don't give a fuck what y'all want to hear. Quite honestly, turn that motherfucking bitch up. Crank it to motherfucking max volume, bitch. Yeah, and that was that. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. I just don't understand why me blasting this amazing, beautiful, gorgeous album is bothering you so much. Like, why is your pussy flaps tangled? Untangle them, bitch. No one gives a fuck, Bertha. Literally drive off the motherfucking road, bitch. I don't want to motherfucking hear, bitch. Anyway, so yeah.
People are just so, like, first of all, nosy, but just absolutely rude. And I was just telling you today, like, I'm absolutely just so fed up with people in general.
Fuck yes, me too, bitch.
Like, I just don't have time for it. Like, there are so many people that, like, I have associated with. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't make effort to hang out with you, and I will try my best to be there for them if they text me. But I stopped doing that because I'm so tired of people complaining about their life and doing nothing to change it. For example, people that I know that I used to be friends with, they're always like, I'm going to stop drinking today because, like, obviously they are full-blown alcoholics. And then the next day I see them on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, drinking. And then you're going to text me the next day and be like, I'm so sick of it, girl. Like, I'm so tired of hearing it because, like, I don't have any remorse for you because, like, I've been there, done that, and got it together. And so, like, one, I don't have time to sit here and tell you how to change or try to be there for you, and then you're doing absolutely nothing to fucking change it. Like, I just don't have time for it. And, like, I have worked so hard to get to where I'm at, and I'm in such a good place in my life that, like, I don't have to condone stupidity. And I feel like it has literally made people stop wanting to be my friend because, like, I don't sit here and bullshit. I don't co-sign your bullshit.
Right. But as an individual myself, like, I feel like we all are kind of in control of our own lives. And me, I feel like I'm a very self-aware individual. If I know that I'm a dumb bitch and I'm going to keep putting myself in these same foolish predicaments, at some point, I'm going to stop calling up my friends to have the same redundant conversation with them. Because at the end of the day, we are going to get the same results out of if we just keep on continuing the same fucking cycles, you know? And so at a certain point, said individuals need to realize, okay, either one, I need to really get it together and actually fucking put my money where my motherfucking mouth is and actually lay off the motherfucking pipe or whatever the motherfucker they're doing. Or I need to just accept the fact that I'm a dumb bitch and I need to stop burdening everybody else with my problems. Like, not to sound like a fucking bitch or a cunt, but, like, you're right. Like, it gets so obnoxious when you have the same conversation with somebody again and again and again and again about the same shit, about the same ain't shit motherfuckers, about the same fucking drugs, about the same motherfucking alcohol, about the same motherfucking problem you keep putting your motherfucking self in, bitch. Nobody wants to keep hearing it. Be a good friend by all means. I do the same thing. There's a lot of individuals that I no longer really care to devote my time and attention to. However, as an individual with, you know, a fucking heart, I will still be there for certain people if they're, like, really in a crisis and they really need to shoulder the motherfucking crime. But, like, I'm not making plans with you. And if you really wondering, like, is there a problem between us? Absolutely, bitch. And it's personal, okay? So, yeah, I can't. Honestly, like, I can no longer, to any of my people's listening, I can no longer be Dr. Phil for everybody. I literally can't. The past, like, fucking my entire lifetime, honestly, I have always been there for literally every single person in my life. And then when I'm going through a crisis, crickets. I got, like, one or two people. And it's time for me to really recognize those soul individuals, pour into them, and say fuck the rest of the bullshit.
I also feel like this is very true. If you have to try so hard to have a relationship with somebody, being like a friendship or like somebody that you love or whatever the case may be, if you have to try hard, then like it's simply just not meant to be. Like that's, if things come naturally. Like, and if I have friends that are like draining the fuck out of me, like I shouldn't have to tolerate that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, also, I think it's also a lot different for me and you. Like we can annoy each other, but we're also like brother and sister, and like we've been friends for so long.
It's such like silly little simple things. It's never anything serious. It's never anything that's like, oh wow, I can't believe this stupid bitch.
Yeah. And there's just so many people that, and I think our friendship has made me like realize like who really is a true friend and who's not. Because like me and you have never had to try hard to be friends. Like when I literally went to prison and I got out and it was like nothing ever happened. And like, you know, when I called you in prison, you always answered when you messaged me on fucking emails, and they're like, that is a fucking friend. Like whether or not I am there or not, or vice versa, or like whether or not we're in a bad place or whatever the case may be, like we've never had to try hard to just be there for each other. And so like, I don't have time for these friends, these quote unquote friends who are literally like not evolving and they're doing nothing fucking for me.
Just weighing you down.
Like it just, I don't have time for it, you know? It's just, and people are so ungrateful. Like I've literally bent over backwards for people who would not even come close to doing it for me. And then I sit back and I'm like, why did I even do that? Oh, well, lesson learned, won't do it again. But like, that's why I'm so scared to even make new friendships, because I'm like, I don't want to, but two, like people are not genuine anymore. Like majority of people are not genuine. And, you know, especially when me and you, we've both been through so much in our life. Like we don't deserve to go through any more like trials and tribulations.
No, but at this point, it's really going to come down to us respecting our own boundaries and us being like, you know what? Because I know for you, like you've came to me so many times, even like with like brands who reach out to you or like people, and you're like, what do I say? What do I say? I don't want to come off rude. I don't want to be mean. I don't want. And no, and as time goes on, now I see more and more you're like, you actually are putting your foot down in certain situations because you have to. Like people look at us, they don't look at people who have platforms or people who are doing music or people who have anything going for them in that regard on a beach. They don't look at us as a regular human being. They look at us as an opportunity or a resource. And when there's nothing to benefit or gain from us any longer, they fucking pack ship and get out, leave the fucking, you know what I'm saying, bitch, I'm scatterbrained as fuck. But it's just very telling. Like a real friend will be there for you in your lowest moments, and they won't just walk out on you, you know? But, I just forgot where I was going with that, bitch.
Well, I get exactly what you're trying to say, but it's definitely the truth. Like I've even had to dissociate myself with family members who were bringing me emotional trauma, if that makes sense. And I feel like some people are so blindsided by the way that they treat others, and it's either like they really can't see it or they almost get ashamed when it's brought to their attention. And instead of just like apologizing and moving on and doing better, they literally deny what you're saying.
Their pride digs them a deeper hole.
Yeah, they deny what you're saying, or they like try to say, well, I didn't mean it like this. I meant it like, and it's like, no, it literally, you meant what you said. And that's exactly how I took it. And I think that, you know, I'm grateful for, that's why if anytime anybody's like, do you regret going through what you went through? I always say no, because like it has helped me grow in so many ways. And like I'm able to see who is genuine in my life and who's not, but also like I have learned that it is okay to have boundaries and that people do have to respect my boundaries. And if they love me and care for me enough, they will do just that. Otherwise, your actions reflect on how you feel. So therefore, if you don't want to respect my boundaries, then that means I don't have to go out of my way to see you. I don't have to go out of my way to make you happy anymore. Like I don't have to do that because you're not respecting my boundaries. And so like, I'm done. Honestly, you're done. Like I'm so dead ass when I say that. And for a long time, the way people treated me, I always thought that it was me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. And I'm not. Because if you make me feel like shit when I'm around you, then that has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. Do better. And if I've brought it to your attention and you refuse to do better, then I'm not going out of my way anymore. And I've had to do that even with people in my family, and it sucks, but it is what it is. Like, I don't even talk to people that I used to be close with a long time ago, meaning like cousins and stuff like that. And honestly, like a couple months ago, I don't think I told you about this. I actually tried to reach out to the cousins that I was always close with growing up, and they didn't respond to me. And I did that just because I guess it almost gave me a peace of mind for myself, because I do know that people go through things, and, you know, sometimes you're in situations in your life where you're just unhappy and you can treat others bad. And I'm not perfect. I've done things that to them as well that may have not been the best thing. And that is certain things that I've said on the internet or whatever. And I'm not talking about the crusty cousins. I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. And they just didn't respond. And that's perfectly fine, cute and gorgeous. I know that I'm a good person at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm not perfect.
I would say that the both of us are some of the most understanding and forgiving people. And honestly, for me, when I've been through any type of situation with somebody where there was like something that was unresolved or there was like an issue, literally we both could like be going toe to toe, saying some off the wall shit. All it takes is for you to acknowledge, this is where things got rocky. This is where I fucked up. This is what I did not like what you did. This is why I moved the way I did. Boom. We settle everything. Communication is key. But for them not to even reach back out to you when you made a conscious effort, it really just shows your character and shows theirs. You have given so many people so many opportunities, so many chances, myself as well. We try to see the best in everybody that we welcome into our lives, anyone we are involved with, anyone in our families. And unfortunately, some people are never going to better themselves until they are ready. And so we can either continue to stick around and like continue to have these rants with each other about, oh, this person, this. No. Or we can fucking put our foot down and be like, you know what? I'm tired of having these same redundant ass conversations. I'm tired of dealing with this shit. And also, like, if you're bringing something to somebody's attention and they continuously do it and they're getting defensive when you bring it up, it's like, I've already told you, what's understood doesn't have to be spoken. I shouldn't have to keep explaining myself to you. You know what you're doing. You're constantly nitpicking. You're constantly making comments. You're constantly, questioning my parenting or, whatever the case may be for you. Like, no, like, listen to what I'm saying and fucking evaluate and move accordingly or get the fuck out of my way. Point blank, period.
Yeah, because I think that, like, people don't understand how their words can hurt other people. Like, I'm serious. And some people that, like, I really look up to have done nothing but, like, hurt my feelings over and over again. And, like, that is not okay, especially because I have children now. And so, like, I couldn't imagine my kids having to experience the things that I have. Like, it upsets me, and I don't want my kids to have to go through that,
Right.
And I just got tired of having to make excuses for people. Like, I'm just over it and I'm done. And so, like, if people can't respect my boundaries, then fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm done having to tell people about it. You know what the fuck you're doing.
So you heard it here first, bitch.
So, that's why also, when I reached out to them and they didn't respond, my feelings were not hurt. I did it as a peace of mind. I didn't want to go my whole life thinking that, like, I had this grudge with them, because I don't. I let it go. And it's clear that they didn't, or maybe they did and they just don't want to be involved or whatever. And that's fine. Honestly, no tears have been shedded about it. Like, it just is what it is. But I'm still glad that I did that, because one thing about me is I like to forgive and move on and mend things where I can. But if not, it's totally out of my control. If I've reached out and they haven't done the same, like, now it's just out of my control and I can move on in peace. But with that being said, we're going to go on a little break and we will be back. And so, yeah.
Today's episode is sponsored by Apartments.com, which is pretty cool because my house that I'm currently living in, I found on Apartments.com a few years back. Fun little fact about me. Now it's your turn. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me ask you a question, girls. Have you ever been, looking at your crib, your casa, and thinking to yourself, this is just not it. It's just not giving what it needs to give to me anymore. Maybe you were taking the trash out a couple flights of stairs and, the bag exploded. Or the coin machine at the communal laundromat is just not working anymore in your current place of residency. Maybe you found out you're pregnant. You got a baby on the way. Some life-altering event is transpiring, and it's time to go. You gotta go. It's time for bigger and better. We all deserve bigger and better. They call that an out-of-apartment experience, kind of like an out-of-body experience, but, for apartments or places, casas. So listen, girls. Apartments.com, they have helped millions of renters find their perfect places to live, whether it's an apartment, a townhouse, a condo, even a house. Like I said, I'm currently living in a place that I found on Apartments.com, and it's a townhouse. So it's not just apartments, okay? Just saying, just put that out there. And with their 3D virtual tours, you can scour literally every inch of a listing because 2 dimensions is just not enough, girls. I need a 3D virtual tour, okay? But the features don't stop there. Apartments.com has powerful search tools that'll help you find the perfect place that meets every one of your requirements. So when you're having one of those moments, take a moment and check out Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Hey guys, so I have officially come off all my antidepressants. So basically what helped me do that is using Calm. So how have you been caring for yourself lately? Whether it's taking longer baths, going on evening strolls, or indulging in midday naps, pair your self-care ritual with Calm and take your wellness to the next level. We're partnering with Calm, and it's the #1 mental wellness app to give you the tools that improve the way you feel. Reduce stress and anxiety through guided meditations, improve focus with curated music tracks, and rest and recharge with Calm's imaginative sleep stories for children and adults. There's even new daily movement sessions designed to relax your body and uplift your mind. If you go to calm.com/unfazed, you'll get a special offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription, and new content is added every week. Over 100 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds. Calm is ready to help you stress less, sleep more, and live a happier and healthier life. For listeners of the show, Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/unfazed. Go to calm.com/unfazed for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/unfazed.
Okay, girls, we are back. Hey.
I just ordered some Taco Bell, y'all. So if y'all see me eating Taco Bell in here, don't say nothing, okay?
No judgment, bitch. It's the judgment-free zone, okay? So piggybacking kind of off of what we left off on, putting, our foot down with boundaries and whatnot. So last week's episode, I read y'all the messages that I sent to my pawpaw that years back I cut off, right? So the other day, I was ambushed, right? Okay, so I went to I guess that's my sister-in-law now. My brother's wife would be my sister-in-law. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, so my sister-in-law, Illy, she just graduated and she was having a birthday. So I went over to celebrate with family and friends, And my sister texts me when I'm 5 minutes down the road and she's like, hey, Pawpaw's here. Bitch, the way I almost wrecked my vehicle into a goddamn fucking ditch. So I pull up and I'm petty as fuck, bitch. I'm petty as fuck. Now, this is somebody that I had to fucking respect my own boundaries and cut this person out of my life because they've always shown me that they are a toxic individual. They are a bad influence. They don't have a good heart, and they're just so self-righteous and disgusting to me. And so anyway, so I walk up in there and I glance at his fucking bitch ass wife that I can't stand, and I immediately turn my back to her and I address every single other person in there by name. Oh my God, Stacy, Emily's mom, it's so nice to see you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Taylor, I love you, live, laugh, love. Everybody, I didn't say one word to that bitch. And then I went out to my brother was separate. I went out to my brother and my uncle was talking, and then there was Pawpaw. Hugged my uncle. Hey, how you doing, Jerry? Hey, Tay-Tay, Ellie. And then Pawpaw was like, you're not going to acknowledge me? And I said,
Honestly, I didn't
and
see
walked
you
away.
there.
I honestly didn't see you there. You goddamn Casper the goddamn ghost. Shit, because I already buried you in my head.
Yeah, period.
That sounds so fucked up to say, but I mean,
it is what it is. He's a nasty person.
He is, and I'm so sick of people trying to say, "Oh, family,
be the bigger person."
No, you like y'all. It's easy for you to say because you don't have to go through the same bullshit.
First of all, what you've been through is traumatizing, and it's definitely.
And then people try to undermine that, and they're like, "Oh, you're just being dramatic." I'm being dramatic.
No, you're just because you have feelings about something does not mean you're dramatic.
Right, and it's like. I don't even have to harp on all that. It was just funny to me. But then my sister told me that when I left the room that they were talking, Cam didn't even say anything to me. But, bitch, I didn't say nothing to you because I don't have nothing to say to you, bitch. What are we going to talk about? Easter eggs?
I mean, they don't like your lifestyle. You don't
like who I am.
They don't love you enough to understand you or your lifestyle. So therefore, you don't have to acknowledge them.
Bitch, I'm so glad you said that. If you genuinely love somebody, friend, family, partner, whoever they are in your life, if you genuinely love somebody, your love should be unconditional.
Yes.
And your love should not have stipulations or should not have guidelines or no. Like, if I am not getting in the way of you and your bag, if I am not stepping on your toes, if I am not causing you any bodily harm, any traumas, any of that, if I'm just living my life, dressing and acting and speaking the way I know to do, the way that I feel most comfortable, and you have a problem with that, I have no place for you in my life, or you have no place in my life, period. And there's just no point in having these conversations again and again and again. And there's no point in having just so much patience. I've been patient my entire life with certain individuals, and it's just clear that they are stuck in their ways. And if that's the case, I don't have to subject myself to that bullshit. I don't, and I won't, and I'm going to have a good time with it. People want to tell me that I'm petty, and they want to be like, oh, be the bigger person, this, that, and the third. I'm having fun with it, bitch. I will sit there and be petty as fuck because why? I want to have a good chuckle with my girls and Kiki about it later on the podcast. So I am petty. That's not changing. And if you're going to be a nasty person, I will be spiteful and be nasty to you. And I have no shame in saying that. And so I feel like I'm an empathetic person. I am a mere reflection of how you treat me. And if you're going to treat me like a fucking scum of the earth, bitch, I'm going to make you feel like scum of the earth. Period. Point blank. Period. Per. Understood? Thank you so much. But now that we got off that topic, I want to talk about something that I probably have no business motherfucking talking about. I'm tired of getting on Facebook and seeing all these washed up bitches I went to high school with who had babies removed out of their custody, pregnant again. Bitch. Listen, I know circumstances happen. People change. But if you couldn't even keep up with your other children, why the fuck are you having more? One. And two, I cannot understand how anybody could carry a child in them for 9 months, go through all that trauma, all that pain, all that suffering, hold their sweet fucking baby in their hand, and then not give a fuck about it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, a lot of people are so offended by this topic, and it's always probably because they're the ones. I have never, let me tell y'all, out of all the things I've been through, I try my best to always see both sides of something, but one thing that I can never see the side of is how in the fuck somebody can just pass their child around, not really give a fuck, and then think it's okay to turn around and have another baby when they weren't even,
you weren't even a fit mother to begin with.
Yeah, they have not even put their selfish ways aside for their child. It honestly disgusts me, and it is so fucking sad. It is so sad because let me tell you, I have literally stopped being friends with people because of this reason.
Speak on it, sister.
Literally stopped being friends with people because I'm not going to condone that shit. Like you literally, you have a child, you did not grow up for them, you're selfish as fuck, and then you meet somebody else and then literally think it is your time to have a child. I have no fucking sympathy for that. I think it's the most childish, fucking ridiculous shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
And the women who think that having a baby is going to save their marriage or bring their marriage together or bring them and their partner together. Oh, this is going to save us. This is going to save us. No, it's not. No. If you're not shit, you're going to be not shit to your child.
Period.
And I can't stand that shit. Like, It's honestly so disheartening when I see people who I go to school with who I know have children, and I never once see them out with their children. I see people out in public repeatedly, and I'm like, where's your baby? And it's like, and I know it's none of my business, but if like your baby is like out of sight, like at all times, like who's taking care of this baby? Why are you pregnant again? Like, this is not Mima's fucking job to take care of your
Just
baby.
like the same people that like, I wish that I always feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to come across like I'm being mean, but like I'm not being mean.
If you're being if you are contributing to society and you're putting your best foot forward and you're trying and it's hard and you have to have a babysitter or you have to have your or your mother or whoever take care of your baby, that is respectable. This is not what we're talking about whatsoever. But if you are somebody who has a child and then loses custody of your child, goes out, parties, drugs, alcohol, living this lifestyle, and then you get pregnant again, and you're still in the midst of an addiction or being fucking thrown off with all these substances or just not fucking having any goals or having any fucking determination to do anything outside of just like being a bum ass bitch, what makes you think it's a good idea to bring another child into this world or a child period? Like, and then what blows my mind is the mothers out there who carried the whole 9 months, have this baby, and then they're just so far removed from the child's life. Like, what? At what point at no point in that pregnancy did you think maybe I should have an abortion or maybe I should not have a child, or like, I know that's a whole other subject. Like I know some people feel strongly about abortion, and it's not my body, it's not my choice. If a woman wants to have an abortion, let her have a motherfucking abortion. But if you know you are not going to be able to be a fit mother, or at least try your hardest, you have no fucking right to bring a child in this world. I'm so sorry. And maybe I don't even have a right to say that because I'm not a mother or I don't have a uterus, but that's just how I feel. You know, you, for instance, I watched Greenlee, your whole life did a 180. You had ways about you that you exiled, you worked on, and you have put your best foot forward at all times since having a child. You've completely changed your life around. Very respectable. You are a very respectable woman. There's other women out here can't motherfucking relate. They have a baby and they're still not shit.
It throws me off because of all the stuff that I've been through in my life. My kids changed my world for the better. And like, it is just really hard for me to relate to a mom who is just so fucking selfish and then just literally does not, what's the word? Does not put their child first. Like, there's so many moms that I see that like, that I used to be friends with, and I stopped hanging out with them because one, I'm embarrassed to hang around you. Because you never have your child. You literally drink all the time. You would rather drink all the time than be with your child. Like, I know people that have literally given their child up so that they can continue to party. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't understand that. Like, children deserve so much. They deserve you. They deserve you because they didn't ask to be brought into this world. You brought them into this world. They deserve you. And as a mother, I can't believe that you wouldn't want to give your children your all. Obviously, nobody is perfect. You're going to make mistakes. There's no parent book on how to be a parent. But if you're doing your best and you're putting your children first, then that's all that you can do. And it really makes me sick to my stomach. And honestly, like, I really wish, me and Gavin were talking about this the other day, I wish so bad that I could fucking adopt, but I'm pretty sure that if like you've ever been in like the kind of trouble that I have, like with drugs and alcohol, and you have a criminal history and you're a felon and all these things, I don't even think you can adopt. But oh my gosh, if I could adopt, like, I would love that. You know what I'm saying? And then I sit here and think, because like when it comes, I'm very sensitive when it comes to kids. I really am. When I sit here and think about all the children in foster homes and shit, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh
and
my
then
God,
also,
yes. And then now the people sitting here trying to pass bills where gays can't adopt, you would rather. Y'all want to sit here and preach how goddamn pro-life you are? You're a fucking joke. You're a fucking goof. Like, pro-life, but you don't want somebody to take care of this child because they don't fit your...
But also, we're putting all this energy into stopping abortions and all this thing. Where's all that? Why don't you fucking spend all that energy and donate to foster homes and shit? Help people that are in foster care. fucking make a movement to help people in foster care. Do you know how many people are being
with the kids that are already there?
Yeah, and do you know how many kids are being sexually assaulted that'll be traumatized for life? That'll probably end up being a drug or alcoholic and end up in prison for the rest of their life.
Or a pedophile because of the trauma.
Like it literally is so scary. It really is so scary, and it's so sick. It is so sick. And also, did you see this fucking thing that they're passing about banning condoms and Plan B? Are you fucking serious in Louisiana? Are you fucking out of your mind?
Bitch, do you want me to get an STD in my pussy?
Like, the math isn't mathing.
It's really not. I don't understand what is going on with the world. There's just so much going on right now, bitch. It's just so disgusting and crazy to me, bitch. Wow.
Honestly, it gets me so emotional. It really does. But with that, we're going to go on a little break, and we'll be back. Hey, queens. So if you haven't tried Good American Denim yet, you really need to. I just recently got my first pair, and I love the way that they make my body feel. Y'all, it's really hard to come across jeans that fit my long legs, so these have really just made me feel good about myself. The quality of the denim is also very amazing, and the jeans are designed to hug every curve, or if you're like me and have no curves. Good American is female-founded, and they offer a fully inclusive size range from 00 to size 32. This is a denim designed to celebrate your body. They are giving our listeners an insane deal. So you can go to goodamerican.com/unfazed and use code unfazed at checkout for $50 off your first pair and get your best butt ever. Again, that's code unfazed for $50 off your first pair at goodamerican.com/unfazed. So it's really difficult for me to find jeans that fit me, that also, make me feel confident about myself. So I really do love Good American. They've done such a good job with that brand, and I just really, really love them.
Okay, girls, we are back again. Hey. So, per usual, we're going to do a little Q&A with the girls. While Tasia is having tinkle time, I am going to answer a question that was specifically for me. So, we did Feller Katie. Oh, that's an interesting name. Weidenfeller Katie. However you say that. So sorry. Camo, I think my 12-year-old sister is trans. What is the best way I can support her? I'm raising her. She is so unsure of herself, and I want to be as supportive as I can be. So the fact that you are even concerned with that tells me that you are a supportive person. I would just honestly be there for them and let them express themselves freely. Take them around, the toy aisle and see where they gravitate towards. Is it Barbies? Is it Tonka trucks? Who knows? And just let them be themselves, really and truly. Don't, teach them or let them know that it is safe for them to be either or express themselves however. And, being that age is so confusing already, just being that age alone, and school and hormones and growing and puberty, it's just so stressful and confusing already. And so, there are a lot of cases where kids are kind of confused or don't really know. So just let them have the space to what's the word? Just give them the space to really experience that and to grow and evolve naturally. I doubt you would put any pressure on them. But, if they want to wear a dress one day, if they want to dress more boyish, air quotes, let them do that. And, let them come to you on their own accord, and just, let them know that it is safe either or way. That's really all you can do. It's everybody's journey is differently, so who knows however they want to identify in the future. But I feel like children, they do kind of have a good understanding. They might not know exactly why they feel the way they feel, because I know growing up, I knew that I was different, but I couldn't put my finger on it. But I still knew what I was attracted to, what I liked, how I wanted to express myself. And so just give them that freedom and just support them either way. This is a question for you, Tasia, From Miss Groovy Gabby. For Tasia, my son is 3 years old and nonverbal. Any advice how to teach them to talk?
I would definitely say from experience and from the things that like I've learned from other moms and that are going through the same thing with their children not being very verbal, is to definitely play things that are not overwhelming. Like I know that Coco Melon is very overwhelming. Don't talk to them like a baby. Talk to them very normal. Explain things to them better. Give them choices when talking to them. You know, some people say reading and stuff helps. Honestly, I've never been a reader to Greenlee, and she never really cared enough about reading anyways. And that's really my best advice. I'm saying that also because I know that there was something going around where like Coco Melon was very overwhelming, things that are very repetitive instead of like a series of learning things, instead of like watching, like Coco Melon's it's literally repeats the same thing over and over again on every episode. Nothing new happens. I know that there was a few months where Greenlee was very overwhelmed. Like if I would play the TV, she would get very upset. And I realized that it was because she was watching the same thing over and over again. So I started changing things, turning on movies. I stopped playing so many like learning things. And that's really my best advice, honestly. I've just gotten really blessed when it comes to Greenlee because she's super smart. And I know a lot of people
She's
are like
very talkative.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, "What did you do?" I don't think I did anything.
But you've always talked to her like you would talk to an adult. And my friend Thelma is the same way with her child, and Anel was the same way as Greenlee. She was very verbal and very talkative, and she was like can express herself very well. Yeah. And I think that comes from like obviously like when a baby's like a newborn, like cutesy poosy goo goo gaga shit, you know, but like I think that you really it's really beneficial for a child when you kind of talk to them the same way you would an adult, because you know, anyways. So yeah, let's see, what's another question, bitch? So Ideea, Ideeaa, what do you love the most about each other's sign? So Tasia's a Pisces, I'm Sagittarius, and I feel like I've had a lot of relationships with Pisces and water signs in general. And the thing that I love about y'all and like my dynamic with y'all has been, I am a fire sign, so I am very kind of rough around the edges, and I'm pretty straightforward. I don't like really leave room for beating around the bush. I just like go to the heart of the problem with any situation I have. And sometimes I do have when I'm like getting worked up or upset or defensive, I do kind of get a bit aggressive. It's just, you know, not like crazy aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I get feisty. And something that I have learned out of being friends with other, you know, Pisces specifically has been a more calmer approach to things and a more level-headed approach to things. I can still get my point across without going 0 to 100. And so I think that being friends with somebody who's like kind of the opposite of me in that regard has given me a softer, you know, touch, if you will. But I can still put my foot down and still make sure that I am articulating what needs to be articulated, but in a more calm way.
Yeah.
But then I feel like from what y'all have told me, at least, that I have, you know, kind of helped y'all with y'all's backbone and putting y'all's foot down and like not letting people talk to you any type of way, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if you would agree with that or not, Beach, but how do you start feeling more confident about posting on social media? _Elena Joe. This is actually something that my friend has struggled a lot with. Social media does not, people don't have to post on social media to be the next big thing or to be an influencer or to even gain traction on anything. If you want to post on social media just to your 10 friends, that's totally fine. I think that people put a lot of unnecessary pressure on social media. They're like, oh, I don't want to post like this particular friend, for instance.
Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, bitch.
I gotta get this call though. This is important. I'll be right back, girls.
This particular friend of mine that I'm referring to, she, went through a lot of bullying in high school and dealt with a lot of traumas, and it's kind of scarred her because people were kind of ugly to her. And now she's like too afraid to post online, and like she always feels like if she's going to ever post, like it has to be the best photo or this, whatever. But honestly, you don't have to post on social media. If you want to, do it. But for me, as an individual, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. If you're not dicking me down, paying my bills, feeding me, fucking me, financing me, I truly don't give a fuck how you feel about me or what I say, what I post, what I wear. And I just really encourage everybody to be that way. Obviously, don't go out there and be reckless or harmful to other people. But like I said, express yourself freely as long as it's coming from a place of love, like whatever. But just say fuck it. Stop caring what people say. Like the only reason people don't post and don't live their lives for themselves or don't move the way they want to move is because they put emphasis on what other people may think or what other people may say, or if they even care. Who gives a fuck? Who literally gives a single fuck? And I know that's easier said than done, and it does take time for some people, but the way I look at it is if you have all these reserves and you are that scared to post on social media, then maybe social media is just not for you, period. Because it's just really not as scary as some people make it out to seem. There are a lot of nasty people on the internet, but I mean, that's just with the territory. So if you have any desire to post on social media, either do it or don't, so that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Are you looking for a new one, girl?
Yeah, bitch. It's _just_Talia. If you could relive any moment of your life, what would it be? Anything in particular, bitch?
Honestly, girl, no.
Okay.
I think that's what makes life so beautiful, is like appreciating moments, if that makes sense.
I agree, but I feel like some moments can be relived, if you will. Like, obviously not the same exact moment, but like you can have repeated moments, if you will. And for me, I would say if I could relive a moment, it would probably be like a morning on the beach with my mom. But that's like something that I can't get back. So like,
yeah,
I would relive that because I don't have the freedom to like hit her up and go hang out with her.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think you're right. Like, just appreciate the moment. Cassie Brooke with 4 E's. If you could get another tattoo, what would it be and why? Any ideas?
I want to get all the kids' birthstones and then Gavin's and mine all together, but I don't know really what I want to do yet. But also, I'm not even done with this half
Their
sleeve.
birthstone tattooed on? How would you do
Not
that?
birthstone, their birth flower.
Oh, okay. I want to get this tattoo covered up so badly. I want to get a snake covering it up. I feel like snakes really represent like shedding skin and like growth and moving on with life. And I hate this tattoo on me and I want to move on from it. So there's that. Jen McDonald, 96. What is your favorite way to show someone you love them? Somebody else on here asked, like, what is your love language? So those are kind of similar questions. For me, I feel like time, like spending time with somebody is very telling that, you care about somebody. For me, if I'm spending time with you, if I'm calling you, if I'm reaching out to you, if I'm checking on you, if I'm asking how your day's going, if I'm asking you, like that's a telling sign that I do care and love you.
Yeah.
But my love language, to me, like, I'm very affectionate, but I'm a gift giver. I love giving people things. I love surprising people with things. I don't have that same love language. I don't feel necessary to receive back, but I just love to like give to people.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't. That would be like my love language. Yeah, but a lot of these questions are redundant. Y'all gotta start asking some super juicy questions, y'all, because y'all be asking like how we met, and every time I ask for Q&As, and we have addressed that so many times. So
Yes, we
yeah.
have. It sucks because I feel like, are you really listening to us, or do you really like us if you don't know that?
Right, we've
Because
said it so many
we
times.
say that all the time. We have literally, everybody knows that, I feel like.
We live, laugh, love you guys though. That's all I got today, bitch. I gotta go pee. So
We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week. Okay, so y'all know that I've been on the Good American train, and I am just literally obsessed. I've never had jeans that hug my body like this. Y'all know that I don't really have curves like that. I don't have a butt, so it just makes me feel confident about myself. I like the way that the fabric feels. There's never a gap in the waistband, which is one of my pet peeves, and so I love that there's not a gap in their waistband. I love Good American. It's easy to see that this denim was designed to celebrate women's bodies. So Good American offers a size range of 00 to 32, and they are all about body positivity. What makes it even better is that the brand is female founded. We love that. If you want to try the jeans that will make you feel confident about your body and give you your best butt ever, go to goodamerican.com/unfazed and use code unfazed at checkout for $50 off your first pair. Again, that's code unfazed for $50 off your first pair at goodamerican.com/unfazed. So if you do have curves, Good American is meant to fit your curves. And if you're also like me, they will fit your body. I love them. And I love that they also include all sizes because all bodies are very cute and gorgeous.